Welcome to our elevated cabin tour. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Today we just wanted to give you an overview of our elevated cabin build. We're fully moved in just in time because Winter Storm Elliott is actively passing through the area. We're in southern Tennessee. This is a cabin we wanted to build for ourselves. It's 256 square feet. It's 8 feet off the ground because we're in a flood zone. It doesn't flood here a lot, but it is possible. So we wanted to minimize the chances of losing the cabin. So I think we've done a pretty good job on doing that.
And if you watched my short, we thought we were going to flood the other day because we had, the river was rising and it kept raining. But thank God we did not flood.
The power we have in the cabin, we use our jackeries and a generator. We have a 1800 BTU propane heater that's actively keeping the cabin warm because it's about 10 degrees outside, but it's very comfortable in here. Let's go ahead and get the tour started. Like I said, we just wanted to kind of give you an overview, let you see what we've been doing.
Okay, so this is the bedroom area, and as you can tell, our queen-size bed fits perfect in this area. You can see that I brought these two baskets with me from our old place, and it serves two purposes. One, as a nightstand to hold all of our stuff that we need, and then second, both of these baskets have our storage, so that has all of our Christmas decorations in them. Since we've taken them down, I didn't set them up this year because it was a little late. But I also want to show you that when you go from room to room, don't you turn off lights and turn them back on? So you don't need lights all day long. And you can see we have some light coming in from the window. But we have our jackery over here in this corner. And watch this. Voila! Power! Okay, it is also 9 degrees outside, so you can see there is a little bit of condensation on the window, but that's because it's nice and toasty in here. I think it's about 69 degrees right now. And as we tour the whole cabin, you'll see throughout the cabin, I have candles pretty much everywhere just in case we need some extra lighting, but our light solution is working perfect right now. Okay, so at the foot of the bed, you can see that I have a wash station basically set up. Right now, because we don't have the shower built underneath the cabin, we're having to go into our cargo trailer to take our showers, which is perfectly fine. But at nighttime, I don't want to just run down to the cargo trailer, brush my teeth, and clean up. So I set us up a little wash station basically for us to brush our teeth, wash our face. Here's all the supplies that are in here. And then underneath here, this little shelf here, there's plenty of storage. I have some baskets with our night clothes, all our extra medicine, and this just extra little things underneath there. But you can tell this area works functionally, and it's perfect, for us. Okay, so let's start in the kitchen area now. And as you can see, we have this old armoire dresser, which houses our hanging up clothes in here. And only a few of them because the majority of our clothes are either in our cargo trailer right now or in our truck. Once we do have the shower underneath the cabin built, we'll have a closet system in there that'll be more functional to be able to take a shower, get out, and get dressed with your clothes right there. But as you can see, I have plenty of storage up here for extra clothing. I couldn't get rid of my tins. So you can see I still need to stain this one shelf here, but it's perfect storage for us. Then if you move over here, you can see I have storage for just foods that we eat, like every single day. And then in the drawers, I have like our spoons. I have our towels, dish towels, and then this is more like saran wrap, trash bags, things of that nature that we need in the kitchen. And then the bottom two drawers are some of our clothes and stuff. And then for now, we have an ice chest that we're just using, and probably every 5 or 6 days we got to get a bag of ice for it right now. We are looking into getting a 12-volt refrigerator for the place, but we just haven't taken time to do that yet. We kind of ran out of time. Alright, so as you can see here, we built these 3 shelves, and we use those galvanized pipes that you can get at any hardware store to use. Now I put all of my keepsake tea sets up here. Cornbread's mother had gave me all of these, and I love collecting them, and I wasn't getting rid of them. So you can see that's there. Then of course our flour, sugar, coffee, and our little bread box. Cornbread got me this for one of our anniversaries, and I love it. In here, let me show you this. Now, because we do not have necessarily a refrigerator, and you know when you put your mayonnaise and mustards and stuff like that inside your ice chest, sometimes as your ice melts and the water accumulates in there, that your mayonnaise and mustard gets messed up. So let's show you what we got. We bought a whole box of mayonnaise packets, and also mustard packets, and then we have ketchup and jellies and stuff like that too. This is just, it's a little bit more expensive to buy it like this, but in the long run, I think that you're saving money because you're not wasting mayonnaise that gets water into it. Alright, so underneath the shelves, we put some hooks where I can hang up all of my pots that I need. And we're not really doing a lot of cooking in this kitchen. If I'm cooking a bigger meal, we're going to, of course, go out to the outdoor kitchen, and I will cook out there, and because it's set up to be able to handle larger meals and more people too. So, but let me show you this. You know I have to have my coffee. I have a little kettle here that it is an electric kettle. So what we do with this is I just plug it up to the Jackery to heat my water up, and then I just use my little pour over to make my coffee. Now, I do save a little bit of time with washing this, is that I put a coffee filter in here so that when the coffee is finished dripping, all I got to do is throw the coffee filter away, and it makes it just a little bit easier for me. Okay, so the shelf under here is another storage area. I have bread under here. I have, of course, some extra seasonings and things like that that's stored under here, just to keep that out of the way. But let me show you this. Okay, this is just a 1-burner Coleman stove that we purchased at Walmart. You lock it in place like this, and this is so easy to light, guys. One little click. Then you turn it down to whatever temperature you want, and then you can just turn it off, and make sure you release this because that releases the gas that's in there. My lighting solution in here is just a little battery powered light. I don't need much light. Like I said, I have the window that brings in some natural light. Alright, so before we finish the kitchen tour, I want to do a little commercial here. I want to show you our new water bottle, which has cupcake and cornbread, more adventure, simpler life, and has our little logo on it. So you want to go visit our website at www.cupcakeandcornbread and check these new water bottles out. Okay, so every one of our windows, we built this little shelf insert into the windows just to have a little extra storage. And on the kitchen one, as you can see, I have all my seasonings that I use on a day-to-day basis placed here. Now for my favorite part of the kitchen, let's move to the pantry area. I absolutely love our pantry system. As you can see, there is ample storage from the floor where I stored the water at, all the way up to the top of the ceiling, and we have food in here for weeks and weeks.
All right, so whenever you first walk into the door for the cabin, we have our dining room over to this side, an office space right here, and a place here for hats, coats, a little basket down here for umbrellas, or right now a camera tripod. This is our Dynaglow 1800 BTU heater. It's a propane heater. Works extremely well. This is a 256 square foot home cabin. We haven't taken it above 2. It's got 5 settings, 1 through 5, with 5 being the highest temperature. We leave it on 1. It'll kick on once an hour for a little while, but it keeps the temperature in the cabin very consistent. All right, right here is a little office space for us. I used to have a very large cabinet that we use for our computer and some storage, but we decided to go down a little bit. So what I have here is my grandmother's old sewing machine stand, but on top I put a board here for my desktop. Works out really well. Here we got this at Hobby Lobby, one of Melissa's favorite stores, and this way I was able to organize our cables for micro USB, iPhone, USB-C cables, and some other accessories in here that we use on a daily basis. Got some storage up here for books, pictures, family photos, stuff like that. I also have over here 6 compartment shelf where we're able to organize and keep a lot more stuff in here. Cameras, books, all kind of stuff right there, but it keeps it out of the way, but it's still easily accessible. All right, so here's our dining room table. We actually have it butted up against the back of our couch to save some space. We have 2 chairs for it. We have some extra chairs here if anybody ever comes over. We have a little 3 compartment storage place here for my shoes. We have a separate one for Cupcake in a different area. We have a place here so if we need to store some paperwork, bills, stuff like that, you put it there. Got a picture of me with my granddaughter. We also have here a light. We have 3 lights in the cabin that are battery powered, and I just click on it and it lights all 3 lights in here. During the day we don't really need it, and that's something you find if you start living more simply, and that's, like I said, what we've been trying to do, is that you really don't need lights. It doesn't really add a whole lot to it, and with our 4 windows in the cabin, we have plenty of light in here. All right, so this is our front door. We have a deadbolt and a regular on here. I got this door used at a flea market. I got it about $300 less than the retail, so we were very happy about that. But it works great. You have a little curtain here with a blind, so you can see outside, get even more light. So that gives me 5 windows in the cabin. You see some lights here we have. It's a metal door, and so these are USB lights. They have a magnet on the back too, so if we need extra light at any point, I can just turn this light on, and any metal we have in here, I can put it there if I needed it there. These are very useful. I actually did a video when we were out in the cargo trailer on these lights because they have been very handy. And when we go back on the road again, we'll take them with us. But we keep them in here fully charged, so they're always available for us.
Okay, so in the living room area, as you can see, we have a love seat. It only sits 2 people, maybe a third person could sit in between us, but it's perfect for the 2 of us. We have a shelving system that is all wrapped all the way around the living room, which allows for lots of extra storage. I put things from our grandkids that they've given us, presents that we didn't want to get rid of. And then, of course, there's baskets that house things like batteries, extra candles, matches, things of that nature that we know we're going to need when we're off grid, but that we don't really use every single day. I have them stored up in the baskets. This little 3-tier shelf is where I keep my shoes at, and then with some little decorations. We put this little shelf here underneath the TV to house like our remote and our DVD player. Now, we do have a TV, and it is plugged up. We have the plugs kind of hidden behind here, and then they go down to the floor with an extension cord that goes over to our large jackery, and then which powers everything that we need. Now, we may have to move the jackeries around the house as we need them, but we have ample use of electricity, should I say, through the jackery and our generator. Now here I have another little shelf, that a little cabinet that has things like our photo albums, things of that nature that I didn't want to get rid of. Then I bought this. It's an old barrel that I think it had copper or something like that in it, some kind of wiring, and I got it at some little flea market for like $5 or something like that. Inside it is another storage. So storage, well, I can't get the lid off. No, I'll get it. It's just a little, it's hard. But there's plenty of storage in there for things that I didn't want to get rid of. And then it's double use because it is storage, but then also we just set a pillow on it, and it's our footstool. Look at this. Watch. We can just prop our feet up and watch TV. So one more thing that's in the living room area / the bedroom area is this little nightstand. This serves also 2 purposes, which holds all of our extra blankets in it, but then it serves as a nightstand for my side of the bed, and dual purpose. That's what it is. Okay, guys, so that's going to wrap up the tour of the elevated cabin. But we have a few little things we want to discuss, and I'm going to let Cornbread tell you that.
All right, well, coming up, I still have another video to do where we're going to be putting a cover over the porch, building a bathroom downstairs with a composting toilet and water that we're going to collect from the roof and use it for our shower. And
then we will have hot water too. We'll have a propane hot water on demand.
An on-demand hot water heater. Want to kind of let you know, as far as the cost for this project, we had already paid off the land. It's an unrestricted piece of property, so we were able to do what we wanted to do. We're in a flood zone, so in order for us to be able to get a mortgage on a piece of property out here, we would have had to build at least 14 feet in the air. Mm-hmm. We didn't want to do that. And because it was unrestricted, it's not required. And so we built this 8 feet off the ground to minimize the chances of the cabin being damaged or flooded. And I think we've done a pretty good job with that, mm-hmm. Hopefully. But the project itself came in just under $10,000. But we don't have a mortgage. We've paid off the cabin. It's completely livable, and it's going to be our base going forward, hopefully for the rest of our lives, where we have a place to come home to, but we're still able to travel. But we won't have a mortgage. That's been our goal, and I'm hoping that comes across in the video, that what we're trying to do. We're not trying to live or show that we're living out in the middle of nowhere. Right. We're just trying to live more simply. We have all the power we need here in the cabin. So we have plenty of heat in the cabin with our heater. We have plenty of food back there. We have just about everything we need here.
Alright, so that's going to wrap up this video. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. And any comments or suggestions, leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.
See you soon.